Hey, what's up, everyone? Daniel Kayser here, the creator and co-founder of Favslist, to talk to you today about our brand page beta. I am so excited to finally have brands have the ability to get on board with what we're building here. Our platform is showing intense levels of engagement, and we're super stoked to provide unique tools as we revolutionize the relationship between brands and consumers, which is what Favslist is all about. So, the first thing you're going to do if you're a brand is go to our brands tab up here, which is where you're going to get started, and a little description of what we're doing with our brand pages. We are helping you develop more meaningful metrics. Instead of just having one big number, you actually can break down your audience and find out what they're interested in, and have more meaningful communication with them within context. Context is king, as you can see here. That is very important to our platform, and we're already seeing great engagement because of that. Off the charts engagement, in fact, is what we are seeing on Favslist as a platform for brands and for fans. So we're really stoked about what's happening right now. Most importantly, for a lot of marketers out there, the depth of our data is unprecedented. You will not find more meaningful data on any other platform that includes Facebook or Twitter. We give you the metrics that you need to make meaningful decisions with your marketing dollars. That's what we're doing with our brand pages, and we offer unique tools to help you actually create that relationship. So there's lots to offer, but let's just walk you through this process really fast. If you are a band, if you are a video game, if you're a publisher, if you're a developer, if you are, a website or a magazine, whatever you are, a sports team, it doesn't matter. You can have a brand page presence on Favslist and interact with your community and promote more meaningful interactions. That's what we're all about, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Obviously, the first step you need to do is type in the name of your page or the brand. Once you reach a certain amount of followers, you could have the official URL, so favslist.com/your brand name. But to get started, just type in what you want it to be and then select the category from one of the three that we have: entertainment, retail, or service. I'm going to show you a brand page that I've already been building for Game Trailers, which is a very popular website in the video game industry. But you can see right here that Game Trailers, this is the brand page that has the opportunity to have a header, just like a Facebook or YouTube channel, and an icon. You could just click on these to upload. Whenever you hover over these sections, you'll be able to upload images and change out what you have in there for your brand page. Here you can see a brief description. And I'll walk you through some of these tools in the back end so that you can see exactly what's going on here on a page. To access your administration panel, just hover over your main graphic and click the admin. The very first thing you're going to see is the info. This is very basic information about your brand page, an about description, and the full description, which will be available on your brand page. If you have obviously, you'll have a website, your Facebook page, and your Twitter, and then just confirm that, and your info should all be set. One of the big things about Favslist is that we give the opportunity to group pages. So Game Trailers is a brand that is a website, and it has an identity surrounding all of its different shows. You can see here that I've typed in the different pages that exist on Favslist. We have pages for the actual website Game Trailers, and here's The Final Bossman, which is a show on Game Trailers. Here's Pop Fiction, which is another show on Game Trailers. And so what I've done is just gone through and searched for those and then just added them. You could rearrange them here if you want to just change their positioning. The first 5 will be featured, and then after that, people will see them under your pages. But if you're a video game publisher, this is where you would list out all of your video games. If you're a band, this might be where you list out all of your songs and all of your albums. If you're a sports team, you could put all of your players here. And if you don't have pages already made for what you want to link to on your brand page, you could simply create those on Favslist. We have you could check out our tutorials page under the Start Here link to be able to see how to make pages in the database. Super simple to do, and you create things to add to your brand page. So it's a way of grouping everything and helping encourage interactions with those things. Obviously, the more interactions they get, the more high profile they become. So being creative and saying, hey, let's take this show and get it involved with favorite web shows, then you can do that and make it high profile. Anyway, That's where you simply add pages to your brand page. This is where you have admins to be able to type in the name of another Favslist user and add them as an admin who will have full administrative access at this point. We are, as you see here, going to soon be adding different moderation levels for different people. But right now, everyone has all the same administration privileges. This is groups. This is one of the unique tools on Favslist. Groups are your way of breaking down your audience. So instead of just saying, oh, great, we've got 1 million followers on Facebook, or we have 500,000 people that follow us on Twitter. The truth is, you don't know who followed you first, who followed you last, who's more meaningful, who's affecting your brand, who's the most loyal. Groups on Favslist empower you to do just that. You can see here I created a group called GT Elites, the max members in this Founders Club, which everyone gets the default of what we call the Founders Club. You can give it any name that you want based on your brand. But you could then designate how many people are on it. You know your brand. You know if you're expecting thousands of people or maybe hundreds of people or maybe hundreds of thousands of people. So you know. But the point here is that I give this a description for the Founders Club. It says, you are the early adopters and some of our biggest fans. We can count on you for fantastic feedback, and we thank you for your involvement in our brand. You came here first on Favslist, and for that, you'll always be GT Elites. What that means is when the Game Trailers page on Favslist gets 100,000 users, these first 1,000 people will always be the GT Elites. They will always be the initial founders, people that we could reach out to. We'll have the ability to message them directly soon so that you can say, this is a special group to us. The ability to create multiple groups is coming very soon, but this is where we're starting with the Founders Club for everyone. So give it a unique name, set a limit, give it a description, and get it live. That's the groups on Favslist. Here's another thing that we're bringing to the table that's interesting and effective in terms of engagement. We're seeing unprecedented levels of engagement with our events system. Every page knows if you go to Facebook or Twitter or wherever you go, it's kind of like you're asking people to check out something, or you're asking people, your followers, every once in a while to go check out something. Well, we're addressing it head on by the fact that we have events, and events are fun ways of interacting with your audience. You can see that you can give your event a title, you can give it a description, you can give it a page in our database on Favslist to interact with, and you could also give it a link, whether it's something on-site on Favslist or off-site on your web page or somewhere else on the internet. And then you could activate them here. You can see that this event, what I wanted to have, I called it Watch and Learn. And it says that, Game Trailers has the ultimate game preview series, and we want people to check that out. So head over, no matter what category they're into, RPG, shooters, action adventures, they could click on that and go over there. And some other events that you might want to do are on-site. For instance, you might want to say, hey, that show that we were talking about, Pop Fiction, that we have listed, we want to get that moved up in web series. So let's get everyone participating in this event in order to boost its status on Favslist. Now you can see all of that in action on the brand page. Over here you can see the event. This is the current event right now, Watch and Learn. And if I click that, I'm going to participate by going over to the designated URL. This sends people over to Game Trailers where they could watch the ultimate preview videos. You can see that we have our featured item pages over here. I could click this button to see all the item pages associated with Game Trailers, and all of them have the ability to instantly track it, which means we'll put it into their Faves feed on the home page, or they could rank it, and when they click rank it, it'll be in applicable categories. So ranking this show, you can see current favorite shows, all-time fave 5, whatever the applicable categories are will show up when you rank it. Down here is where you see the group, GT Elites. If people hover over the question mark, they can see exactly what the description is and what the member count is, how many we have and how many are what's the max capacity for that. So these tools are very unique, and I'm going to show you just real quickly another brand page where we're putting this to use. This is Epic Battle Axe, another website that I started years ago, and you can see that we are using this to communicate with our audience. We've put up something themed in our events. This is kind of the way we would talk to our audience, raise the banner. We're trying to get people to rank us in all-time Fave 5, and you can see 7 people have already clicked that to participate in that and actually perform an action. You can see the pages associated with us and then the members of what we're calling the Axehead Army. This is, the most loyal of Axeheads, and we only need 200 to be in that Axehead Army, but you can see we have 20 so far. And then finally, I will show you the Favslist brand page, which is very similar. We have our unique kind of events. Give it a try. The item pages and our founders club. We're gonna have 200 people in our founders club as well. But you can see this is really interesting. Give it a try is what we called this first event, and what we're telling people is if hey, you've been here, you actually have tried our site, so participate in this. When you participate in this, all we're trying to do is get people to click this tried it button, because 29 people have liked it, 33 people have tried it, and what that does is boost our overall presence on the platform. So you can start getting really creative. If you're a game developer, for instance, you might want to, we have an example of the Forza Motorsport France page where you can see all of their different video games are listed here. And somebody might want to actually encourage to participate in ranking this game. So let's rank it in an applicable category, in favorite games of 2013 or favorite racing games. So you can get creative and use your events with purpose, with engagement, and actually do something meaningful every day with your audience. So anyway, that's a quick look at the brand pages. The best way to get going is to literally dive right in by clicking on the Brands tab. Set your name, set your genre, get in there and go. We're looking forward to having as many brands as possible on Favslist and creating a revolutionary relationship between brands and consumers. We'll see you on Favslist. And if you have any questions, you can email us info@favslist.com. And we're looking forward to seeing you on there. Take care.